Hello, welcome back to the channel and to another reaction video. This time we continue the Black Sails. This is season 4, episode 4.
Mr. Underhill, his wife, and 9-year-old daughter were...
Was the wife and daughter killed?
I pray a lesson that will not soon be forgotten.
Did they show it? I thought they... I don't know. Does this feel a little sped up at times? I don't know. Oh, you brave hero, you who we only just met. Happy days.
Not moving those guns. There'll be no barrage and there'll be no counterattack.
I beg your pardon.
Conserve resources and hold out until the governor returns with whatever aid he was able to muster to combine with our force.
If the governor does not return...
He will return. And we will be prepared to join him in fighting out any...
I mean, he will return, but they don't know.
With men that you know and trust. And from there, you will begin to reorganize your crew.
Because I thought you were worthy to be the first Captain's Council of a restored Nassau. You heard him.
Everyone looking for silver mage? Yeah. Pretty damn hard to try and organize crews without ships and whatnot, but...
Men, he said about finding her. She's not in the fort, she couldn't have gotten very far.
Where is Max?
Billy isn't in this room within the hour, I promise him. He will regret it.
Okay.
You heard him.
I'll be interested to see, because it is Billy Bones that created the myth of John Silver, so will Silver be able to live up to the tale, I wonder. Now, are they coming back or going for more help? I'd imagine more help, but...
She's coming from Nassau. A boat that small headed to open water?
Is that gonna be Max?
Mr. Rawls! Governor, thank you. You've no idea how grateful... The pirates. They took it. They killed him. Captain Beringer.
One that was to depart for Philadelphia with my wife. Was she still there when you left? I'm about to make haste to Nassau.
There's a fight. A fight that we are entitled to be a part. The way I see it, each one of you owes us a fight.
I still don't understand why did Rackham surrender. He could have, in the last episodes, he could have sunk in and killed everyone if he wanted to. But...
What? You're going to help us find her?
Find her. I have her.
Ah, okay. I mean, Billy wants to be a player. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of his choices, but it certainly makes this a lot more interesting. Things are, I mean, NASA at this moment is a freaking powder keg just waiting to explode. And
Mr. Carver.
guy versus a pig. Oh shit. Ah, they're not. Yeah. There. Put up a good fight, but
Who's next?
how the hell are they gonna get away from this? I don't think they are gonna get away. I don't know. I can see them, someone swiping the keys and I don't know, shit happening, and they take this ship and escape.
We found her with a small escort, trying to move.
I'm thinking maybe Billy and Max are in cahoots. They had something between some plan.
I'm walking out of here with her.
They concocted between off screen.
Max fucked us. If it wasn't for her, we likely take Nassau whole. Prisoners in the fort. No fight between you and I.
He's right.
Now, one would think we could go a long way towards soothing all that chaos out there, and the anger driving it. One together to see justice done to the one responsible for all of it.
All of it.
Enough of it.
Is Max behind it? Maybe it was Billy who never sent any warning from the get.
That's why the first thing she asked for the moment those gates closed behind her was Max. To us. And you want to trade that away for 20 men?
Those 20.
Does Billy have someone in the fort because he knows the specifics?
The two of you. How long ago was it that the two of us agreed that Flint threatened to be the end of us all? You want to follow him into what? A massive slave revolt? A war against the British? How is this not just the next storm in a very long line of them?
Yeah, you can see Billy's point. And I'd imagine Billy feels somewhat betrayed if Silver doesn't agree to join him. And he's done so much to create the myth of John Silver, so.
Maddie.
Silver's one weak link.
Very careful, Billy.
If anyone is at risk of war, it's her.
Is there a point you're trying to make?
To do what you want him to do instead of what he wants to do. He'll suffer it before he decides he can do better than you.
Damn, everyone's scheming, everyone's. It's kind of funny, but.
We won. That's all that matters.
But I'm betting Flint's gonna now be suspicious of Silver, and yeah. They're gonna rip each other to pieces before the governor has a chance to do shit.
You bearing a child in this environment? Your husband would be.
Okay, so.
Somehow leaves no options other than to hurt the ones you love.
There's a messenger at the gate. They've agreed to the exchange.
And the servant girl is Might be one of my favorite. Oh shit, there. Damn, the side effect character is one of my favorite characters. Side characters, yeah.
Any man stood a chance. If we don't try something they ain't expecting, then
Feet.
Ooh. I'm just getting fucked over, but yeah. Her hands are completely fucked. Okay, someone needs to come and help her. Okay, good. And they took the ship and... She's not gonna die, is she? No. Maybe? No.
If I free you, you'll find a way to be a problem for me again.
Of course not. Why would I do that?
I mean, she has her own goals.
Why didn't you kill me when you had the chance?
It would have caused others that I chose not to live with.
Like what?
Said you wished to send me away.
Fort warrior, she met a man with an estate in the wilderness, north of Spanish Florida. Man who uses convicts as laborers. Convicts is to wealthy families, some of the most prominent in London on occasion. Tended to, but never to be seen or heard from again.
They're ready.
Okay, that was an interesting bit of information, but... We'll have to see how that'll come into play. Ah, he's still alive.
If we assume that we are on the verge of some impossible...
We trade it all to have Thomas Hamilton back again. His life to achieve. He wouldn't want me to. But that wasn't really what I asked, was it?
What is going on? Does this have something to do with what Max was telling about?
Assume he found a way to secret Thomas away from London. He didn't.
Okay, this has turned quite interesting. Is Thomas Hamilton still alive? Is the place Max was telling about real? Wouldn't that be a twist? That's how main story ends. Maybe you would still have others to continue the war, but Flint would be tired, would be out of the picture.
One of the men there started it. a man named Julius, forming an army out there, organizing, building strength,
Okay.
and holding Nassau. Pirates, and anyone who would call himself friend to a pirate.
Okay, so not an ally then.
See by now that when you wage war on the world fights back.
What is it?
Sails have been spotted on the horizon.
Sail.
Are we certain?
She's a man of war, and she approaches from Captain Teacher's last sight of...
British colours. She's flying the governor's banner.
Yes, of course. Let me know when it's done.
They're about to lose Nassau almost immediately. But then again, Jack and the Hawk escaped, so...
I'm willing to take.
What choice do we have?
Well, that's a very good question.
What's on the note? Are we gonna see the battle this episode or next? I can see them cutting away. Did she send a note? Okay. Interesting.
I'm prepared to surrender the governor's remaining forces to you. Control the unconditional release of the remainder of your prisoners. All of it. In exchange for the cash.
We have partners who would almost certainly rather fight this out than lose their treasury.
Your
How?
Hmm?
How would you see it done?
one of you surrender.
Silver is shocked.
I have had enough of this.
I do believe her.
No.
What is Flint up to? She's saying yes or... Well, that's a big twist. I don't know what's gonna happen. And yeah, even bigger twist is the conversation between Flint and Silver earlier, where Silver asks, would Flint give all this up for Thomas Hamilton? And it all came down to what Max told about a secret place where rich people sent their, I don't know, people for whatever. Is that gonna be a twist? Is Thomas alive? That'd be a hell of a thing. But yeah. So now the governor is returning, ready for a battle, but as we saw, Eleanor has her plans to end it, get the cash, pay the debt. That would free the governor from the crown's control. I don't think at this point the governor much cares for Nassau. He sent the smaller ship to Port Royal with the skeleton crew, but as we saw, Rackham and thanks to Anne, Rackham managed to, the crew managed to commandeer it. Now, speaking of the treasure, is Rackham gonna go for the treasure and claim it for himself, thus ruining whatever plan Eleanor and Flint are gonna do? I don't know. This is just... And yeah, the whole thing in Nassau is volatile. Billy wants to team up with Silver. They want to keep, Billy wants Flint out. Everyone's suspicious of everyone. Now we have a new player, Julius, the slave who led a rebellion and he blames the pirates, and yeah, things are about to explode. Yeah, this was a terrific episode indeed. But what do you guys think? Write your thoughts down below. Hoppas att märks, och subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in another video.